This perp back with another video, and I just got done watching episode 3 of Chucky season 1, and this show just keeps getting better and better in my opinion. I don't know how y'all feel about it. Let me know how y'all feel about the series so far. Let me know how you guys feel about this episode. Was this the best one so far? I think stylistically this was my favorite up until this point, with just the certain uses of things. That's all I'll say. But also, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at perpminer420. Now, I really am enjoying how they're fleshing out Chucky's backstory. You know, giving us little hints and glimpses of like who he was as a kid, what was his first kill and stuff. And I really like how, Jake asked Chucky about this, and I think we're going to get a lot more reveals as the series goes on. So now it seems that Jake is kind of starting to give in to what Chucky is saying. Chucky's like, everybody's a killer. All it takes is a little bit of push. Going back to Jake's school, talking with Mrs. F, we have Detective Evans, Devon's mom, kind of questioning the teacher, like, what's going on here? Maybe you should kind of get to the bottom of this. This is what leads to kind of a parent-teacher conference later on in this episode, which is really interesting. And we also get a scene of Devon kind of coming up to Jake, checking to see if he's all right, because he realizes what Lexi did was messed up. But there's something weird about Devon's character. I can't put thoughts to it right now, but I don't know if you could really trust him. I don't know if you could really trust a lot of these characters throughout this whole entire series. It was interesting to see a scene of Jake thinking that he was going to go ahead and kill Lexi, but ends up running into his cousin Junior. And Junior is a really interesting character. I think they're going to give him a lot more to do throughout this season. So then we get a scene of Junior actually confronting Lexi about the whole costume thing and telling her to apologize to Jake, and kind of just warning her again, because he doesn't know exactly how Jake's going to react, but he definitely feels like it's messed up that Lexi did that. So we go back to Lexi's house, and her sister is completely throwing a temper tantrum because Chucky's not there, which leads her to go over to Jake and kind of give him a fake ass apology just so she can get Chucky from him. And I like that we're starting to see Jake kind of give into these urges of wanting to kill, but he's not able to do it. And Chucky's like, you know what? Let me do it. He kind of has that Thanos moment where he's like, fine, I'll do it myself. Let me go over there. Don't worry, Jake. I got you. And it's really interesting that Jake is really going along with all this. And I'm wondering how long he's going to go down this path. It's really interesting. Then we get a scene of Devon talking to his mother, and his mother being concerned of him hanging out with Jake, pretty much tells Devon to kind of stay away from Jake from right now, because it seems everywhere Jake goes, death follows, and that couldn't be more true than ever in this episode. So we swing things back over to Lexi's house, and this was hilarious to see Lexi's parents, because they're terrible parents. It's crazy how much they spoil the youngest daughter, and we wonder why Lexi is kind of the way she is. They try to make you sympathize for Lexi's character in this episode, but it doesn't really work, because you really see how she's really stuck in her ways. She almost gets caught by Chucky, but obviously when the parents leave, she's gonna throw a little party. But before we get into that party, let's get into a really interesting scene. I'm wondering where this is gonna go And I like that we're kind of seeing this aspect of this story, like where we're dealing with the parents. We get to the parent teacher conference, whatever you want to call it, and they're really concerned about Lexi and how she's bullying Jake, but the parents don't know because they think that Jake is the one that is the bully. So they have to show them the video, and the dad is just completely lost for words. Like, yo, how could you let your daughter do something like that? And I'm wondering if the parents are going to kind of change. It doesn't really seem like that. I think it's a little bit too late. We'll have to just wait and see. But it was really sad to kind of see Jake's uncle kind of react the way he did, seeing Lexi dress up as his dead brother. Now, as we cut to a scene of Jake talking to both of his dead parents, which is really sad and tragic, and he's just kind of just talking to them and just venting, not really venting, but just talking to them, telling them, I'm sorry, because he realizes what's about to go down. Going back to Lexi's house, her sister can't sleep, her little sister, and we learned that Lexi can kind of sing, and she still kind of cares about her sister. That's probably the only person that she cares about and makes sure that she gets what she needs and whatnot. Now we get to the interesting part of this episode. Not saying that everything wasn't interesting about this episode, but this is where things start to ramp up. They have those dumb headphone parties. It's just really weird. I don't know what type of dancing that was these kids was doing. Obviously, Lexi is starting to flirt with Oliver. It's making Junior kind of jealous, but she gets pulled away from her party from her sister because her sister can't find Chucky. So now Lexi's going around the house looking for Chucky. And this was really dope as we cut back and forth to the flashbacks of young Chucky and Chucky now. I liked how they kind of did this fake out once again, because earlier, you had Jake thinking that he was chasing after Lexi and it was actually Junior. Here, he ends up stabbing the wrong person. He ends up killing Oliver, which I was not expecting to see Chucky kill a child in this series. I didn't think they were going to go that route, because we haven't really seen that in the movies. As far as I know, he's never really killed none of these kids. So that was really ballsy of the writers and all that to kind of put that in there. That was crazy. Then we get to the end of the episode where Lexi's kind of just chilling back, smoking weed, starts to kind of see Chucky's shoes because she kind of gives up looking for him. This was the dopest kind of scene, how they kind of displayed Chucky and how he was trying to be stealthy by taking off his shoes. That was really dope. And he starts to choke out Lexi, and the joint that she was smoking ends up getting onto one of the drapes or whatever the hell, and it starts to catch fire. Her whole room just starts to go up in flames, and she's pretty much cornered. She can't really do nothing. But I think in this moment, we didn't see it because we didn't see her getting killed. I don't think Chucky killed Lexi. I think what's going to happen is not Oliver, but Junior is going to come in and save Lexi at the last moment, because if they killed off Lexi right now, who else would they need to go after and whatnot? I could just see that happening. That's my early predictions. I didn't see the previews or nothing like that, but I just think that that's very possible. I really enjoyed that scene. Lastly, we get to Jake pretty much hearing sirens going off, and he realizes where they're going, and it cuts to Charles Lee Ray's tombstone. We get a flashback of Chucky and his first kill, and seeing his parents being killed, well, his father being killed. And I liked how they also kind of played some trickery in this as well, because you thought, yo, is Chucky gonna kill this guy that killed his dad? No, he ends up killing his mom. That's his first kill, which was really insane to me. And that just goes to show you, where Chucky says, killers are made, but the best ones are born, somewhere along the lines of that. But I really enjoyed this episode. Let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. Till next time, I'm out.